hmm Yeah, what's going on, family? It's your man B Miles coming to you live once again with another live stream. Just I'm kind of tired tonight, but we actually going to be going on strong. I'm actually going to be having them guests on here, Brother Noble Isaiah L. And I'm also going to have Brother Nuff on here as well. And how we're going to do this is actually going to be the last one on Nesara Gesara. Me and Nuff is actually going to be reading it. And we're going to have Brother Noble Isaiah L to break this down even more because this is some very important information. We wanted to put out there, but after this is going on Patreon. So this is definitely going to be an exclusive one, that we want people to see, to come out, check it out. It's definitely going to be deep and stuff like that for real. I'm just waiting on, what I'm saying, for more guests to come in. What's up, Nuff? I text you the link, Nuff. Check check out your text. I texted to your phone. Matter of fact, I'm gonna try your email. I'm gonna keep on talking, but I'm gonna send this link to the brother real quick to his email just in case. Definitely do apologize for that. All right, just give me a second, y'all. All right, enough. I just sent it to your email just in case. Hey, Annette Moore. Hey, Lashari Petra. Hey, Willie Rivers. Hey, Karima Shabazz. Hey, Jason Gong. Destin Child of God. Hey, Chase. Hey, Clarissa Gilchrist. Hey, King Flee. All right, okay, wonderful. Like I said, just waiting for more people to come in and also for the guests to come in and stuff like that. Just I'm waiting for them to come in. All right, let me get this layout. Yeah, because when they're going to be coming on in soon. But I just wanted to hey Angel Wise H Electronics. I just wanted to talk to y'all real quick, you know what I mean, till they get on. Not going to blabber off or anything, but I'm just really glad. All right, okay, let me see. All right, Nuff. All right, there go Nuff right there. All right, okay, Nuff is on. Noble Nuff is on. Just waiting on Brother Noble Isaiah L to come on as well. It's definitely going to be deep, and I'm definitely going to say we're going to be reading, and I'm actually going to be reading a lot of this information from blissfulvisions.com. And like I said, me and Nuff is going to go back and forth sparring on the reading, and we're going to have Brother Noble Isaiah L to break this down. So it's going to be a breakdown. This is going to be real deep, real serious. And this is actually going to be the last one on Nesara because we feel as though we talked about it a lot. Now it's time for people to go ahead and take this information, learn it and study it, read it and research it for yourself, and just keep it moving. Hey, what's up, the House of L? All right. Just waiting on Noble.
Peace and Islam, my brother. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing wonderful, man. There you go, man. I'm wonderful. I'm feeling great.
Man,
So
is they ready? Is they ready? Is they
that's a
already ready already?
that's a damn good question.
Yeah. I was up here wrapping these crystals, man, making these pendants, you caught me by surprise, but that's what we always supposed to be ready no matter what. And I'm always ready. So
Right.
I'm right here with you, brother. Just do your setup. I'm here. I'm about to start pulling up my bookmarks and everything, and we're gonna get right into it.
All right, okay, wonderful, man. Yeah, I'm actually I apologize. Yes, I'm actually going to be going into on blissfulvisions.com, waiting for the stuff to load up on the website. And that is a wonderful website. I recommend people to go up on and to learn a lot of this stuff. I'm actually, a living witness of it, and I will admit, it is a lot of information on here. So it's definitely going to require, you know what I'm saying, a lot of reading and researching it and studying and stuff like that. So I definitely will recommend people to go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, like really, you know what I mean, check out the information on blissfulvisions.com, because I just really feel as though like the information is really, really great. And I just think that okay, I got you, Kareem Shabazz. Good thing you read the book. I read part 1. I'm still working my way on the part 2 for real. I just wanted to take a rest. Okay. Yeah, we just waiting on Noble right now. Just want to see, you know, what's going on. I just I'm gonna keep on talking, but I'm gonna just go ahead and just you know, try to maybe like text it to him again so he can get the email.
I
Cause
want
we
I want to
definitely
say I would like to say this to the people. You know, outside of public opinion and public scrutiny, this information right here is not widely known to our people. We don't
mm-hmm.
know. We don't know what's going on as far as geopolitical wise. That's that. When I say geopolitical, that means world politics and what's going on behind the scenes. Um, One thing that we do get is the effects of this eternal war that's going on between the light and the dark side on Earth.
Mm.
And so, what's going on right now is that we're going into a stage where this eternal battle between light and dark is coming to a head now, and the light is winning. You know, the light
There
is
we go.
the light is winning, and
Uh,
we peace and Islam, brother. How you doing?
Islam.
The light is winning, and we have to be on the winning side, and the winning side will be us. Us coming into our own, us understanding what's really going on the world stage and just being knowledgeable about it. We don't have to go out here and take up arms. We don't have to go out here and march and protest on the streets. Knowledge is power. Information is the weapon. And hopefully after tonight, we will give y'all this information for a weapon and this knowledge that's power so y'all can fight with your mind and not with your physical bodies. And I yield the floor.
No, you still there?
I'm still here.
Okay.
Cause I can get long winded, I get to talking, man, and I can't stop. So I have to I have to control myself. Uh,
Okay, no, you got your stuff set up.
yeah, I'm good. All I gotta do is press my bookmarks. That's it. That's all I gotta do. It's already in my bookmarks. Everything that and it depends on which way you want to go. If you want to go to Blissful Visions or Nesara Gesara News, um, however you want to go. I'm about to pull it up right now. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm
Let me see. All right. Okay, let me see. Is Noble still on?
Yeah, I'm still here more.
Okay, he's still on. It's just like the connection over here is acting crazy, and they keep on. Oh, oh. Yeah, they knocked Nuff out. He gonna come back in. It's crazy what they doing. How they like they keeps on messing up. And I'm also trying to see if I can have. All right, let me try this layout. Yeah. All right, let me see. All right, there go enough. I sent it to B4T as well. So enough should be back on
I'm here.
soon. Let me see. Let me try this layout. All right, okay, it's still on that same layout. So yeah, we should be good. Okay, be up there. All right, okay, fellas. So we can get started. All right, there we go. Enough is coming back on.
Yeah, that was me. I was
Can y'all
trying to
hear
get
us
my
loud?
book. I
Can
was
y'all
trying to
hear
get my
us?
bookmarks up,
Can
and
y'all
I
hear
knocked
us?
myself off.
All right,
So,
no should be coming back on.
can you hear me? All right.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, let me know if y'all can hear me. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Can you hear us? They knocked him off again. All right. Let me open up another tab because a lot of things that people say things about Donald Trump, and there's always different. You got two different factions fighting right now, and what we have to do, we have to understand that when these two forces are fighting against each other, we are the ones that's the how can I say it? We the ones that's catching it. But we are talking about Donald Trump and how he's the enemy. But the information I'm going to come with today about Donald Trump is going to absolutely blow y'all minds. And I'm gonna let the brother do what he have to do, and I'm going to come back up with that information later. But whenever you want to get started, B Miles.
I'm drinking. What I'm gonna do is gonna do a little prayer for everybody. Just gonna do this real quick. I'm ready to get that. Hey, y'all. Y'all dead. No.
Hey
Hey,
y'all,
y'all.
we
We
on
on
here.
here.
It's being
Being
muffled
muffled
like
like crazy.
crazy.
Let me see. Can anybody hear you?
Can y'all hear?
Yeah.
I hear you, brother.
Before the brothers talk, I want to say a prayer for the ancestors real quick, and also the divine. If y'all can hear me, all I need y'all to do is say Ashe, okay? Um, on this last and final broadcast about Nesara and Gesara, we call upon the ancestors to guide all of us on here and to pretty much inform us and enlighten us with all the information that we need during this time. We also ask the ancestors and the Most High or the Divine, her asking her to
Yeah. Boot it out.
Yeah, I think it's his connection. It's all good. The energy is good, man. The energy good. If it wasn't, this wouldn't be happening.
Mm-hmm.
They've been doing a lot of censoring lately, so this is what it is. But we're gonna get this information out. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do until they come up. I'm just gonna start from this article right here. I don't know. I know y'all
I'm
can't
going
see
to
it.
do the prayer again if y'all can hear me. Okay. Let me know if y'all can hear the prayer that I'm about to say. Okay. We're going to say this so the brothers can have a great stream, excellent stream. Okay. I'm gonna say it again if y'all didn't hear me. All right.
Loud and clear, brother. Loud and clear.
Everybody on this stream tonight, we call on the ancestors and the Most High, who we call upon her to help us through this time, that also give us all the enlightenment that we need on this journey. And we ask her and her angelic host to please help us on this, to get more information about ourselves and on this journey that we need to become greater than who we already are in the spirit realm and the physical and all the dimensions that we are connected to. We say and we ask for all the guidance in the world in all four corners of this planet in all the dimensions that we're all connected to. All the ancestors is no longer here, from the positive and negative, because you have to have duality. And we actually thank you for this stream tonight. And I want to say for all of us, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.
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 All right. Okay. All right. Wonderful. Great. So now we can, get going, finally get it started and stuff like that. And like I said, I'm actually going to start off, on blissfulvisions.com. And I'm actually going to read this article that came out, October the 10th, 2017. It was updated on April the 1st, 2020, on April Fool's Day. Now, check this out, right? They were saying Gesara is an acronym for Global Economic Stabilization and Recovery Act, or Global Economic Security and Reformation Act. There's an ongoing dispute about what true name it is, according to the information that the person read. It is the most groundbreaking Reformation Act to sweep the planet to restore worldwide peace, prosperity, and a new golden age that works for everyone and not just for a few elite. Excuse me. They also said Gesara was voted to be implemented by all 209 sovereign nations of the world per the 2015 Paris Agreement on climate change, started with the restored public of the United States, known in USA as Nesara, as the National Economic Security and Reformation Act. In the United States, this single act does away with cancers like the Federal Reserve Bank, Internal Revenue Service, the IRS, and United States Inc., and shadow government, plus so much more. Implementation of Gesara is imminent. And they are saying that why is Gesara necessary? Planet Earth and humanity are experiencing the great shift of consciousness, also known, excuse me, excuse me, I'm sorry, I apologize. Also known as ascension or the great awakening into unity consciousness. Mother Earth is returning to be a sacred planet and is taking the entire human population with her. Whoever wants to go. It's a golden age beyond our wildest imaginations. The quote-unquote dark cabal governing authority has intentionally and methodically hidden humanity's historical truth, including extraterrestrial occupation and genetic tampering for over 13,000 years or more. Its plan was to enslave humanity for its own selfish needs. It almost succeeded. The Galactic Federation of Light and the Forces of Light have been tasked by Prime Creator Source to stop and reverse the momentum of this rebellious and blatant dark cabal and put an end to its deceit and help humanity and Mother Earth bring into alignment the goals of the great shift in consciousness. Here's a short description of Gesara's mandate in the United States. Abolishes the Internal Revenue Service, the IRS, with employees of the IRS will be transferred into the United States Treasury National Sales Tax Area. Abolishes,
brother, yes. Brother, I don't mean to interrupt you, but What I
Yes.
want people to understand is that once you start going through this, I will call it a checklist. Notice these things have already happened. Notice that these things are already taking place. Notice this. Just don't listen to what we're saying. Because like we said, this is the last time we're going over this. We're going into other things. And what the people need
Right.
to understand that these things are already happening. This shit already in play. So it's up to you as an individual to do your own research and figure these things out for yourself. Go ahead, brother. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I think it's important that once you start going through this checklist, that a lot of these things is already happening.
Got you, brother. All right. It says abolishes federal income taxes in the United States, creates a 17% flat rate on non-essential new items, only sales tax revenue for the government. In other words, food and medicine will not be taxed. No items such as no items such as old homes. Cancels all credit, mortgage, and other bank debt due to illegal banking and government activities. Many refer this as a quote unquote jubilee or complete forgiveness of debt, restores constitutional law to all courts and legal matters in the Republic of the United States of America, retrains all judges and attorneys in constitutional law. It also says initiates new U.S. Treasury banking system in alignment with constitutional law, eliminates the Federal Reserve System. During the transition period, the Federal Reserve will be allowed to operate side by side of the United States Treasury for 1 year in order to remove all Federal Reserve notes from from the money supply. Creates a new U.S. Treasury rainbow currency backed by gold, silver, and platinum precious metals, ended the bankruptcy of the United States initiated by Franklin Roosevelt in 1933. It also says restores financial privacy, establishes new presidential and congressional elections within 120 days of Gesara's announcement, allows the, yes, oh, okay, I'm sorry. Allows the new Republic of the United States to temporarily govern the country's affairs until fair and legal elections can be held. Remove all dark cabal agents and administration officials and all members of the United States Congress from their positions due to their continuous unconstitutional actions. Allows the new republic to physically remove or eliminate any obstacle impeding Gesara law, forbids the sale of American birth certificate records as chattel property bonds by the United States Department of Transportation, releases unprecedented prosperity funds in a quote unquote shared the wealth redistribution program for every individual on earth, as well as the release of enormous sums of money for humanitarian purposes across the planet. This means that every human being can become a multi-millionaire instantly without debt of any kind. This is in alignment with the global currency reset and reevaluation. That's what Donald Trump is talking about with the RV. You know what I'm saying? The global currency reset, the RV, which means the reset and evaluation. And also, they say enable the release of over 6,000 patents of suppressed technologies that are being withheld from the public under the guise of national security, including free energy devices, anti gravity, and sonic killing machines.
We're gonna
It's
be
all
very
aggressive U.S.
surprised.
government military actions worldwide. Yes,
We're gonna be very surprised very soon.
good
Y'all
enough.
are going to be the people are going to be very surprised soon as to what's going on as far as the Defense Production Act when he's making these vaccines with it's not about the vaccine. Let me say that. It's not so much about the vaccine, it's about bringing cures for diseases that the big pharma didn't want to let go of. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to continue to make us sicker than to heal us. So that's what the Defense Production Act was all about, and also why he's 45 is making these vaccines. These vaccines has nothing to do with COVID-19 because COVID-19 do not exist. We have to understand that. Stop wearing your damn mask. I just wanted to get in there and say that. I just want people to really understand that all of these things are happening right now in our face, and we're being distracted by the George Floyds and all this other crap that don't amount to a hill of beans when it comes to what this brother is talking about right now. And I yield the floor.
Okay. Are y'all ready? Hello? Y'all hear me?
Well, we hear you
Oh
loud
yeah.
and clear, brother.
All right, okay. All right, okay. All right, okay. All right, it says forces the United States military to immediately remove troops from all sovereign nations that no longer willingly accept them to reside on their soil, including Iraq.
Out again. He blinked out again. Until he come back, we have to understand that there are things happening that we don't see. And in order for us to understand what's going on, we have to research. We have to research. We have to do our own personalized and individual research. We can't just sit up here and allow news and the media and everything to tell us our story. We have to actually do the work and really find out what's going on the global scale. We're not in the hood. We're not just in the hood. We're not just in the block. We're not just in the project. We're just not in the city. We are on a planet. And there's things going on the planet that we have to know about. We just can't sit up here and think that because what we see in our neighborhood is happening all over the world, or what's happening
About
to
that, I
us
apologize.
at our
I'm
job
at the stream.
is happening all over the world.
I'm sorry, y'all hear
There's a
me?
lot of things going on. And yeah, we hear you, brother. I was just talking until you got back up. But go ahead, brother. Gotta keep the people focused. A lot of us is short attention span. We got to keep the people attention. But go ahead, you got the floor, brother.
Nuff, you there?
I'm here. I'm right here.
Okay. All right, okay, great. So what we're gonna do next, right? We're gonna have Brother Noble Isaiah L to expound upon it, you know what I'm saying, some more. Then after that enough, then that's when I'm gonna have you to like read into that next as well. You're gonna do your breakdown next. So Brother Noble
Okay.
Isaiah L, if you'd like to, you can go ahead and expand upon it.
Right. Okay. So, um, we definitely got to talk about what brought about the Nesara Act. Um, why did they have to even install such an act? Um, there's a lot of things taking place that was a culmination of this act that's being carried out now. This dates back to the World Global Estate Trust from 1492. If you have read the Nesara book 1 and 2, if you read any information and done some research about the uh, Nesara Act and about how there were some judges who was hip to what was going on and they wanted to actually take action um, to help this get passed. Uh, they actually had um, an ascended master who uh, go by the title Saint Germain. Okay, um, and Saint Germain actually set up a global estate trust. Um, they confiscated all lands from us through this trust, and today the global world estate trust is called the International Monetary Fund. Okay, and the International Monetary Fund is actually what they're using to have the routing numbers to the Social Securities uh, and to the other instruments like the birth certificates and the marriage certificates, death certificates, all of these different bonds they created through the Social Security Trust. Um, and if you have a Social Security uh, routing number that goes to the 12 banks, the 12 different wires to those 12 different banks, to the 12 different regions, that goes to the International Monetary Fund, which is the trust that was set up to hold all of our estate, this planet, this land, in a trust until the heirs wake up, which is us. Um, they actually have claimed through the Social Security wire and the numbering um, that they are the creditors. And by you having the dashes in the social, that shows that you are the debtor, right? So they have um, placed the national quote unquote debt onto us, and they have um, confiscated all lands through legality, and they have taken over and colonized everywhere they went through setting up a trust and colonizing and conquering our people all over the land, no matter what continent. So, as time went on, to fight back against this order and this organization that they created, um, a lot of people who are actually for our people and for the Reformation actually set up what is called the Program for Decolonization all over the world. And to decolonize them, the United Nations even stepped in to set up a program to where we have the rights of indigenous people, Aboriginal people, which are us, and to help clean up a lot of these things that's taking place. And they also instilled this Reformation Act in order to be able to place all of the estate back into the hands of the people. Okay. Um, so a lot of this information is already uh, out there, and a lot of the stuff that's happening now is actually dates back to the 1400s when our people, our bloodline, was actually in power and ruled the world. And when we fell, this is how um, they've actually confiscated our land and placed debt and dead pledges and bonds on us. And this was the beginning for the reason of the Nesara. Um, and, you know, of course, they had help with setting up all of the um, institutions that forced the debt pledges, like mortgages. You have student loans, you have car notes, you have all of these things that they are using against you because you're using that debtor side. All of these different things, like with the housing and all of the different evictions, and our people don't know that we're actually heirs to this estate and this land, and we don't have to go to these things. So the Nesara is coming in. It was supposed to be a global sweep to uh, reinstill the rights to the people. And what we have or are witnessing now is parts of the Nesara in different phases being enacted. And they keep a lot of our people in the low frequencies with fighting against taxes and mortgages and student loans and all that stuff while they are actually colonizing space. Um, and it's a lot of things to suppress technologies they're releasing is actually um, being made aware of by the different beings. I don't know if you all know about the United Nations and how they're revealing what's going on different planets and the different representatives from different planets have charters and international treaties with Earth. Okay, and the ambassador for Earth, you can go right and review the United Nations. They're revealing the relationship between people of Earth, Earth beings, and the other beings, and a lot of this stuff is to gear us towards the age of Aquarius, meaning the age of technology, the age of awakening, the age of knowing, and this is all astrological. So a lot of this stuff you can find in astrology, cosmology, written in the stars, and the culmination, the height or the peak of this all. They even said that there will be a lot of things reversed, and we're seeing that now. So don't get upset with the figureheads that you see and the puppets that you see, because there's people behind the actual people that's put in the media. There's people behind them being controlled. So we definitely got to get ready for the age of Aquarius, because this is the age of technology, and they're using a whole bunch of the beginning stages, like phase one of the artificial intelligence. They have um, artificial intelligence and robotics that are having debates about humanity. So this is showing you how far along they are. They have, you can research the DARPA programs. In the DARPA programs is the Boston Dynamics, and this is where they are literally mimicking and copying and creating all different animals, species on Earth, and making them robotic, gearing up for a war, quote unquote. And then um, with this pandemic, they shut down everything, uh, really to consolidate their mission to use Amazon Prime. I know a lot of you people use Amazon Prime. You want your packages now. They've been using that um, Amazon Prime to fund the space program and the technology to kill our people. Okay, so um, if you look at where the funds is being sent from Amazon Prime, Walmart, all of these different organizations, uh, a lot of it is going to SpaceX, and a lot of it is going to Elon Musk. A lot of it is going to Bill Gates. So these two are spearheading the mission to Mars, um, to colonize Mars, and there is life on Mars. And a lot of the other beings from the different planets are on the record. Some of them want to help us out, and some of them are actually a key role into why parts of Nesara isn't um, further along than where it would have been. So I don't want to take up all the time, but I yield to the brothers if they have anything.
You good, brother. What you just said blew my mind about Amazon, because we actually do a lot of shopping on Amazon, especially during this shutdown. A lot of people have been shopping on Amazon. That I do a lot of shopping on Amazon, especially Amazon Prime. So I mean, we have to understand, people. This is some powerful information, because who knew that? Who knew that by us doing simple things as shopping on Amazon for delivery for products that we need, that we actually funding the dark cabal.
Yeah, and that's how they've been operating. They say, well, we'll just get them to fund their own demise, and it's because our people aren't doing for self.
Yeah.
We're not, we got this mindset of give me a handout um, to our detriment. And if you look at what Akon just did, you know, he got 6 billion guaranteed. He borrowed on the credit of his nation as an ambassador for his nation. That's something we can do, but we we got to get out of this. I want a handout, or I want stuff for free, because it don't work like that. If we want to really change stuff and have things in our own hand right now, um, we have the power to do that. Through this Nesara Act, we faced a lot of oppression from our oppressors, and the universal creator got tired of it. Okay, and when you trace math, science, history, and tie them all together with law, religion, and astrology, you can find the equations to universal truths.
Right.
And one of them is E equals MC squared equals
Right.
0. This is the universal theory for the Ashkenazi so-called Jews and the Khazarian Jews. This is a um, theory that states never again will you put us in gas chambers. Okay, this is why they rose to the power that they had risen to. But when you look for our people now, Gij, comma J equals 0. That is the universal God theorem that proves mathematically, scientifically, um, astrologically, that we are the universal creator's chosen people. That's a fact. All of the scholars, all of the scientists and mathematicians from around the world have come together in conferences, and they have come to the same conclusion that we are the most intelligent and we are the most favored of the universal creators chosen anything. When you
Hey,
look
brother
at
Noble.
animals,
Brother Noble, can you
uh-huh,
repeat that equation again in case people didn't get that equation?
capital G I J, comma J equals 0. You are the creator's chosen people. You're his chosen over all other beings, all other species, animals, plant life, anything that's living. You're the favorite.
In the
You're the most
universe.
intelligent in the universe, and you come directly from the creator. That's the fact, not a theory.
Yeah.
Theories have not been proven. That's a theorem, meaning it's factual. You can prove it every time. Um, and that's the difference between Albert Einstein and the Germans and our people, okay,
Yeah.
all over the world. So the
And we don't.
Nasara,
And I read a comment and they said, "Yet we're still going through hell. We're going through it by choice.
mm-hmm,
We're going through it because we choose to go through it. The
mm-hmm,
remedy is here. We're bringing right now. We're bringing remedy, and
mm-hmm.
we're bringing information that can help you.
Oh yeah,
And if you still want to follow Black Lives Matter and continue to call yourself Black or African American and not have a nation of self where you are
mm-hmm,
self sufficient and
mm-hmm.
doing for self, then you're going to continue to go through hell.
Right,
Period. But
right,
go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
and it's every other people who were oppressed had their Nasara Act.
Yep.
Okay, they had their Nasara Act through the awareness of the power of using that formula, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, um, like even with the Queen of England, being dethroned, because she never was from England in the first place. She was from Germany,
Right.
and she went over there, marched over there. They all went over there and took over with that equation with Adolf, and Adolf Hitler had bigger plans. So a lot of our people aren't aware of this theorem, this equation. And if you're not aware, you can't use it. You can only be what you know. You can only do what you know. So if you don't know that this exists, you can't activate it. And activating the Nasara Act is within our hands, but it's like we just keep waiting on other people to do for us. And we got to get in the mindset of doing for ourselves. And that's where we at. And you see Trump being used. Um, Trump is a president. You got to really think about this in government. If Trump is a president, that means that this is a business, not a government. You have presidents and businesses. It's a corporation. He's a CEO of a corporation being controlled by the Holy See, which is the real power behind the Pope. Then you have the black, uh, seat of office behind that, which is actually um, the Cardinals. Okay, that's runs this whole operation, that's holding the land in trust, that is at civil war to enforce the Nesara versus those who don't want to enforce it. And
Right.
this is why all nations, the Nesara is important to all nations of the earth because of what's at stake. And specifically for us, um, we have to, first of all, be aware of what the Nesara Act is and how it affects our people. Um, Things like, for example, the rights of indigenous people. This was a precursor to parts of the Nesara. Okay, um, and if you don't have it, you can look this up online and get it. This is the rights of indigenous people adopted June 25th, 1945.
I got that. I got it. Yeah.
You can
It's a
get this
lot of
off.
it's a lot of gems in that. We y'all really need to look that up, and y'all will see what it entails and how much rights y'all got. How what we are able to do. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? Based upon that, that was adopted by the UN. Am I correct?
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And see, um,
Oh shit.
the issue that we face is not knowing that equation to our freedom. We have a lot of tools and resources at our hand, and one of them uh, is definitely unity, and that's what we need the most right now, um, because w- as this has been adopted and put in force, a lot of people still don't know about this, and they argue over, should we use it or not. But this is actually why we actually decide to do these lives, to bring this to your awareness, because that's the first step. And the second step is to organize, come together with structure, come together with a strategy and a plan so that we can be realistic about our situation. We keep on talking about, we're the builders of the pyramids of Egypt. Well, they now in today's time, they put the pyramids in museums. We're not building anything. We're watching the rest of the world build as we just sit back and gloat and boast and talk about what we used to do. What are we going to do now and for the future generations? Well, what we can do now is build, nation build, okay, and get prepared. And I'm not talking about, I know what the Nesara Act does as far as giving you all these things, but I'm talking about a mindset of getting out of wanting people to give you anything and let's do for self.
That's
Okay,
right.
that's the biggest thing. We get so used to looking for a benefit that we lie to one another, that we cheat each other, we, you know, bang on each other. When the oppressor comes at us, we so peaceful and praying with them, but towards our own, we destroy it. So we got to really come together based off principles. And one thing for certain that the Nesara Act supports is the title of nobility clause.
Here we
Now,
go.
the title of no, he said it's the culture, bro. It's definitely the culture, because the language is in the culture. See, when you really study the true history of what took place when we oppressed and enslaved the Europeans, we took everything but their tongue, their language. And when they got in power and they enslaved us, they took everything and our language. Okay. And the importance of that is culture is in the language. So when you are speaking, you're speaking from your actions, you're speaking from the things that's in your heart. What you put in your heart, you're reading, you're studying, you're taking in through videos, the five senses, that becomes your culture, right? So um, if you look, for example, the people who in South America right now, we got the same bloodline, but we act different. You know, the women down there act different from the women up here, right? Same bloodline because the culture, right? Because of the language. And going back to that title of nobility, if you look at Constitution, let's look at now. I know for some of you say Constitution, that's that white man stuff. Okay, well, you got to go back and reread it because sometimes stuff is hidden in plain sight. Okay, so look at let's go to the Constitution of 1787, not the one now that has 25 amendments. That's unlawful and it's illegal.
That's right.
Um, go back to the original Constitution, 1787. When you go there, what you're going to find is section Article 1. Okay, and I'm looking for section 10. So let's look at section 10 for the title of nobility. So, and if you can Google the Constitution, and it should pop right up. Okay, so this is Article 1, and the specific, and I'm looking for is 10. Okay, here we go. This is Article 1, Section 9. This is the last clause or paragraph. It says, no title of nobility shall be granted by the United States. Okay, so a title of nobility is Il, E-L, Bey, B-E-Y, Day, D-E-Y, Al, A-L, or Ali, A-L-I. So it's saying no title of nobility shall be granted by the United States. So no one can give you your title. You have to proclaim it and claim it, okay? And no person holding any office of profit or trust under them shall, without the consent of the Congress, accept of any present emolument, office, or title of any kind, whatever, from any king, prince, or foreign state. So the title of nobility goes to the people of this landmass classed as Negro, Black, and colored. And we're going to look at further evidence of this. This is the original title of nobility clause, Article 13. And this is Section 12. Article 13, Section 12. The traffic in slaves with Africa is hereby forever prohibited on pain of death and the forfeiture of all the rights and property of persons engaged therein. Listen to this part carefully. And the descendants of Africans shall not be citizens. So you cannot be a citizen of the U.S. corporation, the U.S. company. You can't be. You cannot be a citizen of the U.S. because you never were, because you have the highest rank and title of nobility on the land. You just won't claim it. And how to claim it, we do classes on all of that stuff. And no, it's not complicated at all. If you want to activate the Nesara, you're going to have to, first of all, be aware of the title of nobility clause, right? Especially when they're talking about reparations. We shouldn't be wanting reparations. You should want restitution. Reparations mean that you only get a portion of what was stolen from you. Restitution means return in full. Give me everything plus interest, everything that you gained on whatever you took from me, and go home. That's what restitution means.
Right.
So that's what you should be looking for. And they only give out reparations to people of nations. So if you are under a dead status, Negro, Black, Colored, African American, Hispanic, Latino, Chicano, all of these different terms, you cannot get what they're talking about in the Nesara as a national. Okay. Um, brother, you had something?
Yeah, I got something first. First and foremost, I just want to address a few things. I know that we got trolls that's in the comments, and they all right. They only amp me up. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that what I'm about to say don't offend anybody that's not a troll. We're not here to pander to nobody. We're not here to sell you anything. This shit right here we talking about is free. We're talking about something that we're giving you information about things that you don't know about. We're giving you something that you can go and research and study for yourself and see that it's right and exact. We're not here to get subscribers, likes, and followers and none of that shit. Nah, not me anyway. And I'm quite sure these other two brothers that's up here taking up our time of our lives to bring y'all information. So if y'all want to sit up here and just talk about the white man and what's going on, no, this is not what this is about. We all know that those are problems, but come with some solutions. You understand what I'm saying? Come with solutions to these problems instead of making problems more problems than impressing these things on your mind. Because everything is mental. It starts from the mentality of the people. And the mentality of our people has always been, since we went through all the quote unquote slavery and Jim Crow and civil rights, is that we need this shit. We need government. We need America. We need all these things. We don't need it. We have our own constitution. We have our own culture. And we need to start focusing more on that than trying to browbeat. When brothers come and bring information, you just want to continue to say, okay, well, this is this and this is okay. Okay, so where's the remedy at? Where's the solution to the problem? And if you're not bringing no solution to the problem, you're just a part of the problem. So go over there to another panel or another platform and go over there and get nothing. Because we're up here actually bringing something to y'all. And I'm going to go into the history of Gesara when the brother done doing his demonstration. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't got time to moderate the chat. You know what I'm saying? But the moderators, kick them up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Just keep y'all see the comments, kick them up out of here. Because those are distractions and they trolls. Go ahead, brother. And then when you're done, I'm gonna get into the history of Nesara.
Okay, so again, like we're not here to debate and go back and forth. Just trying to offer information, and we definitely have solutions that we offer, and would like everyone that is willing and desire to make a change to join in and help the cause. But um, getting back to the Nesara, a lot of this act and a lot of the groundwork, a lot of different things took place in 1933. And 1933 was a big year for a lot of things that was taking place uh, all over the world. And one of them is definitely dealing with the confiscation of the gold and silver from all uh, people of the land. Okay, and if you look up House Joint Resolution 192, type that in, and you can read it all later. House Joint Resolution 192. Um, this talks about the principle of discharging debt, but it really talks about the principle of how, since things were taken from you, your gold and silver, your lawful way to um, pay for things, then the people who took it away has to provide a lawful means for you to be able to discharge. Um, this is one of the things that uh, was provided as a short until Nesara came in full effect through the phases that we're seeing being played out now. So a lot of the things that Donald Trump says, you got to remember that he's a Gemini, and in astrology, that's angel and devil, speaking from both sides, and ruled by Mercury. Mercury is the communication center planet. Um, so he has the red tie and the blue tie, and he says different things to appease both sides, for the masses. But he has a whole different agenda, and a lot of times he's um, telling the truth. He's communicating, sharing um, the real history that's being covered up. So he might say something about people think he's stupid, but he talks about he's smart enough not to know that he's not a U.S. citizen. He's not a 14th Amendment citizen. Okay,
That's right.
and, and a lot of our people don't even know that they're 14th Amendment citizens, and evidence is they still have um, driver's license as identification, and driver's license does not identify you in law. And you have a birth certificate, you have social security that you still use. You're still getting taxes taken out of your checks and stuff like that. You're a citizen, you're a slave, you're a subject. That's what that means. And he knows the real history. And he made a quote: if black people don't study the real history, then it's bound to repeat. And he's trying to appease both sides.
Yep.
One end he say police rough them up. The next minute he says, I'm going to sign the Nationality Act. And that's because of the civil war that's taking place right now. And a lot of the technological things that's about to come out, this is projecting to have a lot of disasters. 2020 through 2026 is going to be, some rough times if we don't make a change now. So, with that, I want to yield the floor.
I'm here, yeah, and I'm ready, man. I'm ready already, like popcorn. I hope y'all got y'all popcorn ready, because everything the brother was saying was right and exact, and I hope that y'all really understood what's going on right here. Just like